How's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group. And today's topic, I want to discuss with you 457 rollovers. What is a 457 plan rollover? Now, a 457 plan is set up for city, state, and some government employees. What this is it's a type of retirement account, kind of like a 401k, which you might have heard of before, or a 403b. This is just goes off of a different criteria. A 401k account is offered through a private employer, private institution. A 403b account is offered through a public institution. Essentially what happens is with any of these types of retirement accounts, they are deemed qualified retirement accounts, but they have different nuances, different types of structures on how a 457 is different than a 401k account. And it's very important to understand that difference because this will either make or break whether or not it's important to conduct that 457 rollover or not. What do I mean by that? Well, with a 457 plan, you have an individual. Let's say it's a cop, and he's working for a company, working for the municipality, and he's basically saying the city says, hey, listen, we're going to offer you some sort of retirement account known as a 457 plan. If you go and you contribute dollars into, essentially think of it like a bucket, to this 457 plan, depending upon how much money you place in there and however well your market performs, if the mutual funds go up, you're going to have a much larger bucket at the end of the day. If the mutual funds go down, then your bucket's obviously going to be smaller and you had a loss that occurred within there. So the different things that could hinder the performance of this type of retirement bucket, this 457 plan, are the fees that's associated in there, the admin fees, the mutual fund related fees, and then obviously the downward market loss that occurs, to that bucket. So an individual can conduct a rollover of a 457 plan if they left that, city, state, government agency that was offering the 457 plan. So at that point in time, this individual could utilize that 457 plan and roll it over into an IRA contract with specific guarantees or specific benefits that the 457 plan cannot offer. Now, the most important aspect with the 457 rollovers, most likely these individuals that are working for this city, this municipality, they're going to stay there for the long term. Now, a 457 that's a little bit different than a 401k account is a 401k account, you have something known as a 59.5 rule. Okay? What this means is you cannot touch your money in your 401k account until age 59.5. If you have $500,000 that's sitting in a 401k account and you decide, okay, I'm going to retire at age 55, if you go and you pull that money out, let's say you take $100,000 out, well, you're going to get dinged with a 10% penalty and you're going to get hit with full taxation. Okay? So a 457 plan is really unique because there are no 59.5 rules. That's such a powerful concept. It's such a powerful component that an individual has to understand. So I have individuals that call into the office and they say, okay, listen, I'm 55 years old and I want to roll over. I have specific needs. And I have a 457 plan. I'm 55 years old, and I want to roll over all that $500,000 into an IRA contract. And I'm looking to pull out money, within this next year. So always tell them, okay, listen, that is not an important thing. You do not want to roll over the full $500,000 into your IRA account. And the reason being is because if you do that, now you take the benefit of the 457 plan, which didn't have a 59.5 rule, and now you're turning it into something that has a 59.5 rule. So with that sort of situation, and an individual typically wants to conduct a rollover because they understand that risk associated with the 457 account. You have something known as reverse dollar cost averaging that completely hinders 457 plans. It's known as mutual fund related fees, which I touched up on before. You have administrative fees, or a financial advisor might be monitoring that account, known as a wrap fee. You have downward market loss potential, and if you're looking to pull out income from this account, those are 4 negatives that could severely impact your retirement account, severely impact that 457 plan. So if you had $1 million in your 457 plan, and let's say you decide to pull out 5% one year, well, that's $50,000. If you had fees of 1%, through mutual fund, fees of an advisor of 1%, a downward market loss of 10%, and you pulled out 5%, well, you didn't only take out $50,000 that year, but you would have ended up losing 10% plus 5 plus 1 plus 1. You would have ended up losing $170,000 of value that 1 year. Your $1 million would have dropped all the way down to $830,000 that 1 year because you didn't do it the correct way or because you didn't prepare for the worst case scenario. So individuals that have a specific income goal, you could go and roll over a portion of that TSP money into an IRA contract that has specific contractual guarantees. Now, with this individual that's 55 that wants to start pulling out income from ages 56 going forward, well, you could go leave a portion of it into the thrift savings plan account. Let's say if this individual needs $50,000 a year for the next 3 years. Well, we understand we'll leave $150,000 into that to that 457 account. Allow that individual and throw it into the fixed option through the 457 plan. Allow this individual to take out $50,000, $50,000, $50,000. And as that was happening, we have the other $350,000 that's now going into the IRA contract that provides no mutual fund related fees, no advisor fees, zero downward market loss because anytime the market goes down, you have a 0% floor. Anytime the market goes up, you're receiving gains, upward market movements, you receive gains into your specific account. And at age 59 and a half or at age 60, after this runs dry of taking out $50,000, then you could execute something known as a lifetime income rider that's attached to these IRA contracts. So it gives you certainty in an uncertain world. And that's some of the different things. It's just things that you have to really be mindful of and make sure that you're setting up your retirement plans the proper way. You're making sure that you're leveraging the 457 plan the proper way. You have some individuals that are 50 years old and you have greedy financial advisors. And the reason why I say this is because I have a real life example. One of my very good friends, very good clients, he became a very good friend after he was my client. He was an undercover narcotics detective. And basically, he had roughly about $500,000 into his 457 plan. He was about 52 years old at the time, and he retired. And he had a financial advisor that was a specialist with law enforcement that said, hey, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to take this full $500,000 and we're going to throw it into an IRA variable annuity. Well, first off, I absolutely hate variable annuities. That's the absolute first thing. He was charging them unbelievable amount of fees. It was over 7% in fees in a given year through the variable annuity fees and the wrap fee, the advisor fee that was being charged. And his account was susceptible to downward market loss. But the most important negative that this advisor did with him was he took all the money, all that advantage of having it at age 52 of a 457 plan, and he didn't leave anything in the 457 plan. He took the full amount and placed it into the IRA contract. So now my client, after a couple of years of kind of just working and doing part-time work, he wanted to start pulling money from this account. Well, at age 55, he decided to start pulling money out of this account, but now he's subject to that 59 and a half rule because the advisor set it up the wrong way. It was a greedy financial advisor. Now, from the variable annuity contract that he was placed in, I made sure to roll it over. We put it into something that didn't have any fees associated with it. It was sufficing his income goal a lot better, but at that same standpoint, he was still subject to the 59 and a half rule. The damage was already done. Now, I was able to stop the bleeding, but ultimately it was because of that greedy financial advisor that set up the 457 plan the wrong way and was not educated on 457s properly and was only looking to make a commission. That's where the problem lied. And that's why you have to really do your due diligence. And you want to make sure that you're going with a reputable company. One of the things that we do, anytime, call our 1-800 number. It's 1-800-566-1002. When calling in, say, hey, listen, I have a 457 plan. I'm thinking about possibly doing a rollover, and I want to get some advice. You'd be dealing with a 457 plan specialist that's going to ask you a slew of questions and really get you thinking, okay, what is most important for you? Do you want to have just safe, consistent growth and not so much concerned about an income? Or do you want to have safe, consistent growth and also make sure that you have a lifetime income at a specific point in time? Do you want to structure it the proper way? And majority of individuals that call our office, some individuals, we tell them, listen, what you're doing right now, just stay put. You don't have to do anything. other individuals, the majority of individuals, we're able to uncover certain gaps. With those specific gaps, just like that example, if you have $500,000 and all it takes to suffice that specific gap is $100,000 into a rollover in an IRA contract, well, that's all you need to do. You could take $400,000, leave it in the 457 plan, allow that, and we'll give you recommendations on how to set that up properly. While this other $100,000 is compounding, and it's specific. It has certain contractual guarantees associated with it to make sure that's sufficing a specific income goal later on, or specific safe money goal later on. On average, individuals that call our office, that we do uncover certain gaps, on average we go through over 1,200 different contracts and strategies per individual situation. This is why we are A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau. We've always had very good reviews. We've never had any complaints, and it's because of this methodical process. And the name of our process is known as the Retire Sharp Planning System. It's proprietary to us, to our company. The name of our website is retiresharp.com. The name of our YouTube channel is Retire Sharp. The name of our actual company is Afasi Financial Group, and we are an independent agency. So we get to leverage every single contract out there in your specific state. So you're not playing the guessing game. You're not just going to the advisor up the road that could only offer you company XYZ. We're saying, listen, based upon your specific state, based upon your specific age, there's exact niche contracts and exact niche strategies that you want to be aware of, and you want to make sure that you're leveraging the proper way so that you could get from point A to point B successfully. From point A to point B, meaning your retirement success, your retirement planning. You're doing it the proper way. Once again, my name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group. I want you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Retire Sharp, so you have access to the most updated videos. I hope that you found some value into this. We are available at the 1-800 number, 566-1002. We are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We implemented that within the year. And it was because of the volume that we get on a national basis. Depending upon your state, there's going to be specific contracts. Depending upon their age, there's going to be specific contracts. Depending upon the amount of money that you're looking to basically place and possibly conduct that rollover. But you want to make sure that you're doing your due diligence, and it's only going to occur if it's necessary, if it's correct for your situation, and you do not want to fall victim to what happened to one of my really good friends and clients, that fell victim to a greedy financial advisor. And, we're going to try to educate you best I can through video tutorials, literature pieces, whatever that is, whatever will correlate directly to your education mindset. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. And please be on the lookout for some of my